This is a special announcement of what is going to be related to the current video you're about to see. Now, I'm recording this 2 days after this video comes out, or when I recorded this particular video. This video involves Tuesday, February 3rd. If you'll remember, you'll see in the video where I decided this was a bad dash. I only had 4 orders. What happened was, I'm recording this on a Thursday where my numbers, where you got to have 85 to stay in platinum, went way down, more than I thought. Well, when I got home, I kind of looked over the ratings, and my customer satisfaction was no longer 100%, it was 97. So I looked at it and come to find out I've been flagged with a major issue of a customer has claimed that I never delivered their food. Now you will see in this video of the 4 orders that I did, one of them was for Buffalo Wild Wings. And I also said in the video that I made a boo-boo. It was for a customer going to a hotel room. I went to the wrong hotel. There are 3 hotels right next, boom, 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 right next to each other. So, stupid me trying to rush because of that stupid on-time stuff. Went to the wrong hotel, there was room 304, went there, took a picture, completed it, and then I got a message from the customer, "You're at the wrong hotel." I said, "Oh, crap." And then he mentioned, it's a Holiday Inn Express. And I went to the Marriott. So I was only like 5 feet from the food, so I said, okay. And this is when I declined a good order that just popped up. I declined it, so I picked up the food, put it back in. It was a drink and food, put it back in my bag, went back out, got in the car, drove across the road to the hotel. It was just directly across. Went in there, got out, went up to the room, but instead of leaving the food, and I knocked on the door, and the guy came and I said the guy's name, "Are you such and such?" And he said, "Yes." "Well, sorry for the mix-up, but all the time I still had, I could still text him, because you can still text the last customer that you made the completion, and so I'm sorry for the mix-up." He said, "Oh, no problem, And I said, "Are you?" So, "Yeah, well, here you are." So, sorry for that's things happen. We come to find out that guy claims that I never delivered the food. So he's trying to pull a fast one because I, quote, closed the order at the wrong hotel room, even though I picked up the food and brought it to the correct home. So he tried to pull a fast one. So I called DoorDash today, and when I saw it, because I just was wondering, and I explained to them, the situation that I made a mistake and went to the wrong hotel room, but he told me, he told me I was at the wrong one. So, and those text messages, they see it, they see me texting, I'm sorry, I'll be right there, and it says, so sorry for the mix-up, and it's a text message on there. So I did all that, and I thought everything was fine. What the customer does not know, I have a body cam. I just now looked at the body cam, sure enough. Sometimes I forget the body cam, but this time I didn't. And there he was. He opens the door. I asked his name. He said, "Yes, that's him." And you can see the room number. You can even see my phone in the screen showing all the text messages we had in between. I said, "Sorry for it. Here you are. Hope you enjoy." "Oh, it's okay." So I told DoorDash that. They told me to keep the film, the video, just in case. But they see the interaction, and they have not approved the refund. And so I should be getting it from them. So anyway, this is I've got lifetime deliveries of almost 1,000, like 960 something. And this is the first time I've had somebody claim that I did not deliver the food. I thought it was the Buffalo Wild Wings I delivered today out. I said, wait a minute. But then I looked at the date. It was from 2 days ago as far as this recording. So that's why that just proves that my body cam is paid for itself, so to speak, you know. But they told me that DoorDash told me it's going to be okay. They can see it in the team and all that. But he took all the notes, told them I have a video if they need it. And you can see him plain as day, you know. And he identified himself as yes. So so anyway, let's, you know, enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll see what happens in the future. I'll give you updates of what happens. So talk to you later. Bye.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Tuesday. I'm in my car and it's freaking cold. This has been a very strange morning. I'll explain. I've got my order. It's $28.54 for 6.9 miles. Take about 51 minutes of double shopping. But my very first one that showed up was bad. Was, you know, $10 for 12 miles. So I rejected that. And then a few minutes later, another one sent me, and it was just as bad. This is 2 shopping orders in a row. Oh, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Come on, Bunny Rabbit. Let's go. Come on, get in the woods. Come on, get in the woods. There you go. Get in the woods. There you go. Go hide. Okay. It was just as bad. It's like, you know, $1 greater than mileage. So, and then eventually a whole slew of them showed up, and I picked this one. This was the best of the lot. But what makes it even stranger, what happens is usually this type of orders start at exactly 5:45. Boom. That's when I was getting ready, and I had my app already up and running. An offer came in. It was a pickup. And I said, what? Why is it I'm getting a pickup now? And it was bad. It was a bad pickup, I think. And I rejected it. I think what it was, because this has happened to me twice on 2 pickups, is a leftover pickup from the day before, and boom, the offer is being sent. I think that's what that is. It just happened to be this. They sent this one earlier than before, because the other 2 were like on my second offer in the morning, and then this is when I was trying to still doing pickups. So, yeah. So, so let's go. We're going to start it, and let's head to Walmart. Do the double shopping to the customers. So, let's see you in a little bit. Well, they just dropped off that shopping, and then I just realized something. That first pickup order wasn't for Walmart. It was for Home Depot. I now have another one that came up, but still the pickup was bad. And now I notice on the map that the Home Depot icon, which is next to the Walmart, is glowing. So Walmart now must have an agreement with Home Depot for Spark drivers to pick up orders. I thought Home Depot had their own little, or they had a contract with, I forgot what it's a, you know, where that people usually drive trucks to pick up stuff. I have to remember it, you know. But, so I guess now they got a contract for Spark to pick up orders. But all I've been getting is lately, since I dropped off, is all pickups. And I told you I don't do pickups. But if it's a decent Home Depot pickup, I may do that. But so far, the 2 I saw, the one early this morning, which kind of confused the heck out of me. Oh, see, here's another one. $18.59 for 18 miles. No. ASAP, no. Sorry. If you want me to travel 18 miles, then that better be a $40 offer to help pay my way back. And you don't know a lot of things from Home Depot necessarily small. So anyway, yeah, that's just like I said, this just happened today. I don't know. Now I've seen, the Home Depot, icon next to a Walmart app, since I started doing Spark. But this is the first time I've seen today Home Depot pickups. Now, DoorDash, I've done some pickups with DoorDash, and I've done the famous shopping at Home Depot for Starbucks Frappuccino. Yeah, I've done that. But this is the first time I've seen Spark do anything with Home Depot. So, anyway, listen, the shopping order comes up at, I'm going to head home, wait for another one, and then I am going to DoorDash this afternoon. This is going to be my new schedule. I'm going to try. I tried to do this last week, but unfortunately had to go do a funeral. So anyway, going to Spark till 9 o'clock. And if I don't get anything, I'll rest up, get something to eat, and then we'll DoorDash this afternoon or right before lunch. So anyway, heading back. Let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Welcome back. I'm now starting the DoorDash. I didn't get any more orders for Spark this morning, even though, I've discovered, Spark is now doing pickups for Home Depot, which was a shock to me. So let's go ahead and get started with Dash. According to this, let's see here. My ratings. Oh, I'm barely platinum. So, all right. Let's get back and let's go ahead and start the Dash and see what we can do. All right. So let's head over to Cracker Barrel. That's usually my base operations for afternoon Dash. So hopefully I'll pick up an order real soon. So we'll see in a little bit. I got the first order today after waiting about 15 minutes here at Cracker Barrel. It says it's a high paying offer. So go around to the front, park, and go get the order. And then to the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Cracker Barrel to a company I've been here before, but a different building. If y'all remember, I had back-to-back days where I delivered to a building with a brown brick, and the customer we made fun is that she gave this description. Because she's giving the description I'm doing by voice, and she misspoke brick. And then when I saw her the next day, I got another order from her, but she had corrected. And so when I saw her again the next day, I see you corrected brick. She laughed at that. So anyway, same company. They have two buildings. I guess the first time was administrative building. This one is the more of the industrial building where they do all the manufacturing. So anyway, that wasn't too bad. I knew exactly, based on the description, what building it was, because I've drove by it many times. But I came in from the back end. In fact, I drove by that other business where I always have that PIN number location crap error. Drove by and I knew about this is a way to get in there. So I'm in an industrial park So I've been through this area from both ends, so to speak. So I knew where I was, but the app brought me from the back end, which is fine because Cracker Barrel's on one side. And this was the quickest way. So now heading back, going back to Cracker Barrel because it says the hot zone, whatever, is near Zaxby's, and Zaxby's right next to Cracker Barrel. So I'm going to head in that direction. Yep, like I said, I'm driving by the business. It always gives me the been there multiple times. In fact, I haven't been there lately. Well, that's because most of the time that I go there is for breakfast. And since I don't do Breakfast Dash anymore, I rarely ever see them. So anyway, heading back to Cracker Barrel and see if we can get another order. So see you in a little bit. Finally got another order. It's almost 12 o'clock. I refused a couple orders. They were ridiculous. But this is going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I think it's like over $6 for half a mile. So that's what we're going to do. So on the Buffalo Wild Wings and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Excuse you. Well, that was a near disaster. The half mile is one of 3 hotels that are right next to Buffalo Wild Wings. Problem is, the app took me to the wrong hotel. So I got there and delivered it, and all of a sudden it said wrong hotel. Huh? And he said it's the such and such some crap. So I just picked up the food and came back and drove across the street and and delivered it a little late. In fact, I got had to cancel another order that came in. It was pretty good, but I had to fix this issue. So but yeah.
Past Little John Drive.
No problem. No
left into the parking lot.
No harm, no foul. He got his food. I kept everything, put everything back in my hot bag. So yeah. Gotta make sure, when the app tells me, listen, I'm double check, that it's the correct hotel, because they're all clumped together, and so you can move into the wrong parking spot right away. So anyway, so now just picked up another order to a Mexican place just right over here in front of Walmart. I picked up a couple times before, but they are a little slow. But probably the reason they're slow because they probably freshly cook their food right away. So anyway, I'm here at the restaurant and I'm going to pick up the order and go to the customer. So I'll see you in a little bit. Well, that was a bummer. I go in there, go pick it up, and they said it's already been picked up. And they said I'm the 3rd driver to come pick up this order, and it's already been picked up and taken. So I don't know what the hell's going on. So they say they call customer support, but they keep sending people over here for that order. So anyway, well, now I don't have anything, so I'm going to wait and see if I can get another one. So see you in a little bit. Well, after another long wait and some ridiculous offers, finally got another high-paying offer from Zaxby's for half a mile. I probably had another hotel room, so I need to be careful I get to the correct hotel. So anyway, off the Zaxby's and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, that was interesting. The half mile was to take the order to Walmart. But the person never, take it to the service desk, and come to find out, it was supposed to be with the store manager. But she's off somewhere being the manager, and oh, come on, folks. Jeez. I'm probably glad that she didn't come. I would have asked her about what the hell's wrong with the pickups at Walmart. That probably would not have been a good thing, dressed up as a DoorDasher. I could have been probably instantly blackballed for that. But anyway, heading back to Cracker Barrel. Hopefully I get another order. It's slow, and I've been getting crap offers, and hopefully I can show the pictures. I mean, like, $12 for 24 miles. Holy crap! Yeah, that was something like that was a below 5 shopping order. No, I'm not going to do shopping and pay $14 if I got to drive 25 miles. That's 50 miles total trip. So anyhow. Back at Cracker Barrel, I'm going to wait it out for another order. Hopefully we'll get a good one. See you in a little bit. Well, just as I signed up and parked at Cracker Barrel, I'm going back to Zaxby's. So, yeah, I think it's starting to pick up. It's just been dead and been getting crap orders and all that. So hopefully maybe this is a sign that I get a good run going. So back to Zaxby's I go, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I delivered that Zaxby's order to the local CVS. Well, I got a little perturbed. It says, PIN number required. Well, the person's not available. What do you mean? I'm on the clock here. So, she's on the phone. We're expecting, an order, don't require a PIN number. So, and in the middle of all that mess, I declined a McDonald's order for $3 for 2 miles. Now I'm officially back in gold. So I guess I could try to use my last Platinum Pass. Well, we'll see how it works. See if I can get any more orders. So anyway, I'm kind of like halfway through the gauntlet. So I'm going to head back to Cracker Barrel and wait it out there. So let's see what happens. Hopefully I get another decent order. This has been a slow day, very slow day. Nothing but crap orders and few orders in between. So anyway, on to Cracker Barrel. See you in a little bit. Well, that's it for me. This old DoorDash afternoon was a big nothing burger. I'm solidly in the gold tier. To give you I've only did 4 offers today out of 16, and all those, the other 12 that were sent to me were like double miles over the dollar. So like $12 for 20 miles. What was that? And so now I think my acceptance rate is down to 69. So yeah. So I'm done. It's it's starting to rain. It got a little warmer. It's up to 67. But yeah, this today was a big nothing burger. So tomorrow I'm going to be sparking all day. Either all day in Pell City, or I may after lunch head over to Anniston. But yeah, this was a big nothing. Yeah, people saying, you can train the algorithm and, it'll only send you good orders. Well, hell, I'm still getting crap orders. So, anyway, I'm going to head home, and I'll give you the ugly truth of what happened today. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I'm back home. Like I said, I decided to end it because I've been sitting there just declining crap orders, and I only did 4 trips today. But let's start off with what I did with Spark this morning. I only had one trip this morning, but so confirmed earnings for Spark this morning was $16.72 with unconfirmed tips at $11.82. So that's almost $30 from this morning. Now, the DoorDash. I only made $26 on 4 orders, 4 out of 16. So now I'm at a total dash time of 4 hours and 34 minutes. So let's go look at. I am now gold. Let's check out the ratings. I'm at 84 points. So I'm 1 point below. My acceptance rate is at 66. The completion rate is 99 because I had an accidental while I was trying to get some screenshots, and I did an accidental pickup, and I canceled that. On time rating. Excuse me. The 4 orders today, all on time. Well, that's at least some good news. Let's see what else. Lifetime. I got 1 point for lifetime deliveries because I'm for the past 30 days I've only done 54 orders. Well, hell, that number's gonna go down if you keep sending me crap. Let's see here. What other thing? So, well, yeah, that tells you about the DoorDash. Now, yeah, that was I did this last Thursday and Friday. I said, what the hell with platinum. And I actually gained points on Friday, but I was getting a lot of good orders. And so I was getting all those completions, and the acceptance rate was going up. But they were sending me, let's see if I can bring up some pictures here. Now that I think about it. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, that was one I took. It was Cracker Barrel. The first one, it was $6, $6.75 for 3.75, and then the liquor store with another pickup at no, it was just a liquor store for $10 for 9 miles. Zaxby's are $8 for 9 miles. I did this order, $6.5 for 0.5 miles, and then I did this one also, $6.10 for 1.8 miles. But then I got $9.50 for 7 miles. Didn't take that one. This one took the cake. It was Five Below shopping. $14.91 for 23.4 miles. And then here's another one. Zaxby's, $12.75 for 13.9 miles. I took this offer. $6.25 for a half a mile. Or is that a repeat? No, and then so here's the fourth one. $6.50 for 2.7 miles. Then I got a McDonald's order for $3.75 for 2.6 miles. I didn't take that one. Yeah, here's another one. Another liquor store, but also on top of that, I had to go shop at Dollar General for $8.39 for 7 miles. And here's another Laguna Grill, one that I had one earlier, but the owner said, well, it was already been picked up. In fact, I was like the 3rd driver to pick up that order. But this one was for $8.25 for 8.7 miles. And then we had an Arby's, $3.75 for 2 miles. I didn't take that one. That was the last one. And that was at 2:36. So yeah, all those were crap orders. And so, like I said, I'm done with it. At least I guess the bright side is because, I made $50 and I only drove 34 miles. So I guess that's about the good part about it. But tomorrow I'm going to be sparking. Spark here in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to spark all day here. If things, get quiet, I may go over to Anniston and do stuff on it. That's probably what I'll do. But yeah, I thought the new strategy I had with Starbucks with DoorDash that I did Thursday and Friday last week would somehow improve. No, I had a good Friday. I had I made over close to $100 on Friday and made over 50 on Thursday. This, So anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's, people are going to say, well, why did you move to another market? Well, you know what? Another markets, I go Spark to Anniston, that's a 40-minute drive. But I also have a house still there. My parents' house still there. So other people, why don't you go to Birmingham? Well, Birmingham's a 45-minute drive from here. So that's an hour and a half, over an hour just to get there and back without making any money. I didn't do it once, so it may be something I may try. I don't know, but right now I'm just going to stick around. Do the DoorDash around here Thursday, Friday. I may give up on Tuesdays. Maybe Tuesday is just bad. I may just do Thursday and Friday, but Tuesday maybe. So I just may, spark on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then and Sunday. All day and just do the mornings like I do now. So, yeah, interesting day. Like I said, I almost messed up. I went to the wrong hotel to deliver something. I mean, there's 3 hotels. They're all right there, right next, 2 parking lots and so. And so, a common mistake. But at least I was there to recover the food. I mean, I had just took one stepping stone in this wrong hotel. So, but yeah. He understood. So no harm, no foul. So yeah. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I'm a little tired, just sitting around, just not getting any orders. It's on average, I was only getting good orders, every 40 minutes. And I thought for a minute there I was getting, I had back-to-back good orders, but no. So anyway, so if you like this video, I urge you to select like. And if you enjoy what I'm doing here to see my adventures and definitely misadventures, especially today, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. And also urge you to join our club. Our membership's slowly growing. I include the weekly update. It's not every week. It's every time I do the Sunday Spark. That is technically the end of the week, pay-wise, for DoorDash, and so I just do that as the end of pay for Walmart. So I do a recap of the week, basically talk briefly about what happened during the week, and then I break down these numbers, like I did here. So anyhow, but it's a little bit more detail. I go into more detail of mileage, some expenses, and calculate how much I made per hour. I split it. I do how much I made per hour by actually working, on the deliveries, not sitting on my butt. And then I do the ones where I just sitting here all day doing nothing and see how much it is. That's always going to be way lower. So, but you have to be a member of the club to see that extra content. And I also add a little extra other videos and some pictures and some other things about what happens while I'm during the week. And But if you're interested in the equipment that I use, everything from the straws, extra straws I use, and to the bags that I use for door dashing, the bags I use for Spark, you know, take a look at the links to all the equipment that I use, all the way up to the most expensive items, the cameras that I use for YouTube, if you're interested in that type of stuff. And if you're interested in the clothing, right now I'm wearing my dashing gear. I sell clothing through the YouTube channel. I can't show all the stuff that I have, so if you link on the Silver Dasher store, you can see all the items, because I have T-shirts in there too. So anyhow, like I said, that's it for me. Gonna be sparking all day tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will do this again. See you later.